Welcome to the VorOtek O Scope See the Difference video. What is the VorOtek O Scope? The VorOtek O Scope is a fully portable, hands-free, head-worn binocular microscope. It's also occasionally referred to as a hands-free, head-worn otoscope. The O-scope combines brilliant LED illumination with a unique optical pathway specifically designed for looking in narrow ENT cavities. It's available in a headband model or a spectacle frame model that you see off to the right hand side of the slide. The headband model is perfect for shared clinic situations. The spectacle frame is perfect for when it's just you using that scope. So to elaborate a little further on what the VorOtek O Scope is, it's important to compare it to a range of other existing devices. So for example, the VorOtek O Scope can replace or complement expensive floor-mounted binocular microscopes for many ENT applications. It can also replace handheld otoscopes for diagnosis. And really, at the end of the day, if you have an otoscope, you really don't even need to use a handheld otoscope. It should always replace irrigation equipment for serum management. It just provides much better practice. As I mentioned before, it's actually often referred to as loops. But it's important to note that traditional loops actually have a very different optical pathway to the VorOtek O Scope. And loops do not provide binocular vision in narrow ENT cavities, making it very difficult to work. Who uses the VorOtek O Scope? There's a wide range of users, but the main ones are ENT surgeons, audiologists, general practitioners and nurse practitioners, serum management or earwax removal specialists, emergency medicine. So what do health professionals use the O-scope for? You could summarize it by saying it's for procedures that require direct binocular vision and excellent depth perception when looking into narrow body cavities, such as ear, nose and throat. Specifically, I've listed a few here. So serum management or earwax removal, otoscopy, foreign body removal, deep ear canal hearing aid fittings, ear impression taking, otitis externa management, ONGYN diagnosis, ventilation tube insertion, pediatric ENT procedures, nasal septum inspection, myringotomy, epistaxis, nasal polyp removal, tympanoscopy, and many more ENT clinical procedures. Why is the VorOtek O Scope the perfect device for visualizing in the ear canal? Well, the answer is because it delivers exceptional depth perception in the ear canal, and it's super convenient because it's hands-free and it's head-worn, allowing you to instrument. So what is depth perception and why is it so important? So depth perception is when you can see in 3 dimensions, and that allows you to easily judge how far away objects are from you. So when you've got depth perception, your brain actually receives slightly different images from each eye, which it then combines to create a 3-dimensional understanding of space. And so how do you actually get depth perception? So the main point here is to achieve depth perception, you need binocular vision, and that means you must have a direct line of vision from both of your eyes right through to the bottom of the ear canal. The illustration on the right-hand side of this slide actually shows what's happening when you get depth perception with the O-scope. So in the case of the O-scope, which is the top part of that figure, you can see that both of your eyes are converged to just a few millimeters apart, allowing both of those eyes to get right to the bottom of the ear canal and thus give you really exceptional depth perception. As an example, with conventional loops, which is the second picture, You can see that an optical pathway on a loop does not converge your eyes enough to get both of them to the bottom of the ear canal. In fact, one of them will hit the side of the ear, so in effect you will be instrumenting in the ear canal with just one eye and not having any depth perception. Why is depth perception so critical for ear canal procedures? It's because when you have depth perception, it dramatically enhances your ability to judge very small distances, which you can imagine when you're working in the ear canal is super important. So with that depth perception, you can achieve a whole range of things much better. So for example, minimizing patient discomfort, or reducing the risk of accidental contact with sensitive ear structures, avoiding complications such as pushing earwax deeper into the ear canal, or accidental damage to the eardrum itself. And of course, it allows you to work much more efficiently and effectively. The figure off to the right, is basically asking that question. Would you drive or walk around with just one eye? Well, you wouldn't. You could, but you wouldn't do it. So why take the risk of using a monocular vision device when instrumenting in the ear canal? How does the VorOtek O Scope deliver excellent depth perception? It achieves depth perception via its unique converged optical pathway, which includes a series of laser-aligned mirrors and precision magnifiers. And it's this optical pathway that converges both your eyes to just a few millimeters apart, allowing both your eyes to reach to the very bottom of the ear canal. And the figure to the right-hand side is showing how your eyes do go from your typical IPD to just a few millimeters apart and both reach the bottom of the ear canal, thus giving you that incredible binocular vision and excellent depth perception. Do conventional loops or phone otoscopes deliver depth perception? So the answer is no. Both these devices are actually monocular. So either they have an indirect optical pathway or are simply unable to converge both eyes to the bottom of the ear canal. And because they're both monocular, it does make it very difficult to accurately judge small distances in the ear canal. And there's two figures on this slide that illustrate that. So for loops, you can see they're unable to converge to the bottom of the ear canal, and thus one of your eyes will hit the side of the ear, and in fact it'll only be your dominant eye reaching the bottom of the ear canal, and hence you'll have poor depth perception. And then the second image, which is an example of a phone otoscope, you can see there that you're actually looking at a two-dimensional screen, so it's an indirect view, which is 100% monocular, delivered via that two-dimensional screen, which unfortunately it does also give poor depth perception in the ear canal.
All VorOtek scopes and lights are secured in a lightweight yet strong carry case with space to safely transport the power pack and charger. If you have a spec frame model of the O Scope, you will notice that there is a screwdriver safely tucked in behind the power pack. The function of this screwdriver is shown in an upcoming video. However, it enables you to adjust the height of the light so that it aligns perfectly with your field of view through the binoculars.
How to set up the VorOtek O Scope headband model. We've prepared a short video highlighting how to set up and get the most out of your headband O Scope, and also how to troubleshoot some common issues.
This video is to ensure your scope is correctly set up and specifically aligned for optimal visual performance. To ensure correct alignment of the binocular optics with your interpupillary distance, you may need to adjust the mirrors within the optics to suit your eyes. This moves the mirrors to match your eye width. This is done by simply sliding the tabs located at each end of the converged binocular optics. The correct alignment will occur when your pupils are in the centre of the viewing screen. The headband mounting bracket has two adjustable links allowing separate adjustment of viewing angle and forward positioning. The optics must be positioned as close to the eyes as possible. If the converged binocular optics are not in use and rotated up, then the illumination system can be angled further downwards. The headband can be used over glasses with a reading prescription. If you find the light spot isn't aligned with your visual pathway, the height of the converged binocular illumination system can be adjusted by moving the headband up or down on your forehead. To check the focus, use your thumbnail at arm's length and slowly bring it closer to your eyes. Switch between one eye at a time. The VorOtek Power Pack provides 10 hours of on time and takes approximately 5 hours to fully charge.
Thank you for watching the setup video. To recap a couple of the important points covered, it is imperative to remember when setting up your O Scope that it is designed for clinicians to look straight ahead. Therefore, ensure that you rotate the binocular down directly in front of your eyes and position it as closely to the bridge of your nose as you can. Should you need to rotate the binocular up and out of your line of sight, please rotate the binocular only and leave the linkages to remain in their correct placement. As shown in the previous video, the interpupillary distance sliders are located on each side of the binocular. By sliding them in and out, individuals adjust the optics to specifically match their interpupillary distance. This results in a clear and converged image for accurate depth perception. When the sliders are in the correct position, the pupil will be visible in the center of the front viewing window of the binocular. A great tip can be to look into the mirror to confirm the correct placement. Alternatively, you can hold your thumbs as shown in the video at a standard working distance, then close one eye at a time and check that the image for the open eye is in the center of the viewing window.
How to set up the VorOtek O Scope spec frame model. Please review the following video which highlights key steps involved in setting up your spectacle frame O Scope and also a few troubleshooting tips on some common issues.
This video is to ensure your scope is correctly set up and specifically aligned for optimal visual performance. With an adjustable spec frame model, ensuring correct alignment is paramount for optimum visualization. To adjust the interpupillary distance for correct alignment, simply slide the tabs located at each end of the converged binocular optics. This moves the mirrors to match your eye width. The correct alignment will occur when your pupils are in the center of the viewing screen. If you find the optics are tilted or not level, simply adjust your nose pads and temple tips. If you find the light spot isn't aligned with your visual pathway, for example the light is too low, the integrated system will need to be moved lower in the spec frame slot. This adjustment may be required to make sure the light spot is correctly aligned. Should the height of your converged binocular illumination system require adjusting, the screwdriver included with your scope can be used to loosen and adjust the position. To check the focus, use your thumbnail at arm's length and slowly bring it closer to your eyes. Switch between one eye at a time. The VorOtek Power Pack provides 10 hours of on time and takes approximately 5 hours to fully charge.
It is important to ensure that the height of the binocular allows you to look straight ahead. As shown in the video, this can be adjusted by slightly loosening the binocular at the back of the frame using the screwdriver included within your case. Slide it up and down according to your needs before retightening. This should only be required during the initial setup of your device. The VorOtek Power Pack can offer approximately 10 hours of run time per fully charged load. To check the battery level or charge load of your VorOtek Power Pack, simply switch on and view the 4 illuminated lights at the top of your power pack. All green lights means your power pack is fully charged. These will start to reduce as you use your power pack, giving you an indication of the charge left available. To secure your power pack, please only use the VorOtek compatible charger provided, and plug the silver plug on the charging cable into the silver socket on your power pack. Once turned on at the wall, a red light will appear here to indicate that it is charging, and the 4 lights on the top of your power pack will turn red. When the charging cycle is complete, both the charger and the 4 indicator lights will change to green. The power pack does not need to be turned on to charge, and in fact we recommend not to. The power pack has a secure belt clip to connect it to your clothing and scrubs. Then, to connect and power up your VorOtek O Scope, please plug the gold plug from the scope into the gold socket on the power pack and switch on at the side.
Why is direct vision earwax removal by either microsuction or curettage considered the gold standard compared to irrigation? There's several reasons. Let's go through a few. One is because it's actually far more effective at removing earwax versus irrigation. Simply put, it removes more earwax more often. Another reason is it's safer than irrigation. Because you're using direct vision and you have depth perception, it means far less risk of trauma. In addition, we know that irrigation is a wet method, introducing water to the ear canal, which can and does occasionally lead to ear infections. Another reason that it's actually often faster than irrigation. You can work much more efficiently under direct vision, and there's definitely less setup and pack up time compared to irrigation. And there's a lot of research on this to support. Here, one particular report by Sharp et al. Quoting some statistics about irrigation. So, for example, 37% of irrigation practices actually failed to remove the earwax from the ear canal in this particular research. And you can also see other statistics like otitis externa, 22% of the cases got an ear infection, etc., etc. So it's definitely the gold standard compared to irrigation.
The correct microsuction equipment is critical to perform simple, safe and effective removal of excess earwax and to clear blockages of the ear canal. VorOtek offer a complete and carefully selected range of microsuction products and curettage accessories, including a specifically chosen pump. This microsuction pump is compact and lightweight and is comprised of simple yet exceptional construction. Our pump has the perfect gentle flow rate of 15 to 22 litres per minute for cerumen management. Connecting into the pump at a simple and single entry point is our 2-metre tubing with an additional silicone extension tube. This additional silicone tube enhances the dexterity of the clinician for greater control. The black controller handle connecting the tubing and microsuction tips then further enhances this control by allowing the immediate release of suction should it be required. Finally, the VorOtek sterile single-use microsuction tips are available in a range of sizes to cater for a broad range of needs and come packaged in a box of 50. To complete the setup of your microsuction equipment, the 2-metre tubing connects to the top of the pump, followed by the additional silicone extension tubing that already has a connector in place. At the end of the silicone tubing, connect the black controller handle with a thicker end into the tube before finishing off with the microsuction tip of the most appropriate gauge for your client and their needs. To further complement our microsuction setup, VorOtek has a complete range of quality curettage instruments and accessories that were specifically designed by surgeons for easy and safe instrumentation. Our curettage range is comprised of surgical quality stainless steel, which ensures the ability to be sterilised, and is available with 5 different sized wax rings, a small and large hook, as well as a wool carrier. We offer 2 different versions of micro ear forceps, one being single use with a 4mm jaw, the other autoclavable and reusable with a 3.5mm jaw. Rounding this out, VorOtek also has autoclavable speculums in 5 different sizes that are available in packs of 50. Whilst the VorOtek O Scope is intuitive and simple to use once set up correctly, training and practice is still critical to deliver best practice patient care for microsuction. There are several training providers that we work closely with who all offer various forms of training, ranging from online to face-to-face workshops and some hybrid models. It's important when selecting a training provider to select a learning structure that best meets your needs. Please visit our website for further information on our training providers and links to their next available courses or workshops near you. There is also ceremen management training available from our international training providers who are spread across Europe, the United Kingdom, North America and Canada. For further information about training opportunities overseas, please visit www.vorotek.com for direct links through to their websites.
Thanks for watching the VorOtek O Scope See the Difference video. If you need to know more, you can contact us at our website or by phone or by email or by the QR code on the screen. Thanks again. Bye.